welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is already episode number 27. I'm here once again with Zach and Andrew. The last two Thursdays were pretty hot. We are up 15.8 units right now. So if you're not tailing, get to it. Last Thursday, we went 4-1 plus 6.4 units, and we're looking to do it again. All right, fellas? Today, we're going to lock in with premium NHL, NBA, college basketball, and tennis locks, all free. So we'll get right into it. This is going to be quick and simple. So, Andy, kick them off with the NHL three-star, kid.
Yes, sir. Three-star for NHL tonight will be Red Wings, Detroit Red Wings money line plus 215. They're playing the Oilers. Both teams here on a three-game win streak. Oilers beating Canucks, Sabres, and Kraken, and Red Wings beating Lightning, Kings, and Canadians, who've been hot. Red Wings only allowing four goals in those three games. To the Oilers, 6-3. Um, Red Wings also beating potential playoff teams, and the Oilers beating sub 500 teams doesn't really impress me there. Also, McDavid's coming back for the Oilers. Could throw things off. They were just on a three-game winning streak without him, so they were clicking then. But reason why I absolutely love this pick is because it's the season splitters. Oilers won the first game in Detroit 3-2 in overtime, so it was a nice tight game. Uh, Red Wings obviously going to adapt here. They're going to get the dub, so just lock in that 215 for a three-star. Zach's got you with a quick two.
This is another one quick and simple. We're going Lightning money line minus 150. This is another one too, not too much to say. It's a series split. The Kings won the first battle 2-1 in LA. They're going in tonight into Tampa. The Kings come in, they lost last night to Florida, and the Lightning have kind of cooled off since their hot start at the beginning of the year, but the Kings have one of the slowest paced offenses in the NHL. And the Kings come into this one having scored 6 goals in their last 5 games. Do the math on that. It's not good. That's just over 1 goal a game. So I think that this is going to benefit the Lightning, who score 3.5 goals a game. And they're going to be at home, coming out, gunning, home crowd. And these guys are on a back-to-back as well. So I think Lightning minus 150 is pretty good value in this one. So that's going to be our two-star. Lightning minus 150, and we'll swing it back to NBA for you, Andrew.
All
Or was
righty.
it tennis?
Oh,
Oh, wait, did I
we'll do
mess up? Is
whatever.
it tennis?
It's all right. It's all right. I'll rip some tennis right now. And then
Good.
and then we'll go right into NBA. But you heard those NHL locks, fellas. Red Wings money line, Lightning money line. We love them. Okay. So let's just put that one out there. Tail those. Lock it in. Now I'll roll right into tennis. There's not much on, so I picked from the later matches, of course, because this is Thursday morning when we're recording this. So these are happening Thursday night. The three stars from the Cleveland Challenger tournament. Supposed to start at 6 p.m. You know, tennis can start at any time. Three-star J.J. Wolf, which is now minus 4.5 at a minus 165 versus Antoine Gabado. This sucks because last night when I picked this line for a three-star, it was a minus 3.5 at the same line. Woke up, now it's minus 4.5 at the same line, but I still like it. J.J. Wolf has definitely taken a big fall in the rankings over the past year. But as of late, he's picking it up again. No debate there. I mean, his serve's absolutely locked in recently, which is massive for him. And he just beat Brooksby and had a super tight match with McDonald on hardcourt, which we know McDonald's very good on hardcourt, so that's impressive. Wolf is also 4-1 in his last 5, and I expect him to push it to 5-1 against Antoine. And his opponent, Antoine, I mean, he's a very low-ranked player who is very inconsistent. I mean, some matches he can play decent and keep it competitive, but some matches he shows why he's ranked number 596 in the world. Okay, so he's obviously not that great of a player. I don't expect him to keep this match too tight when JJ Wolf's just killing his serve right now. So lock in a little three-star JJ Wolf minus 4.5 at a minus 165. Then we'll roll right into the two-star for tennis, which is going to be at the Brisbane Challenger. 2 Australians playing in Australia. How ironic. We're going to go with a little two-star. James McCabe at a minus 2.5 at a minus 130 versus Omar Jasica. These are both on DraftKings, both these lines. Clearly, both these players are lower tiered players. Like, you're not going to be seeing these guys competing for a Grand Slam. It's not going to happen. But I'm riding with McCabe here because he's been coming off a very impressive past month. He's 4-3 in the past month with 2 losses, coming to Benjamin Bonzi, who's a good player, and then Alex Michelson, who's a great player. And mind you, he only lost to Michelson 7-5, 6-3, 7-6 in the Australian Open. So that's very impressive. Yeah, he lost 3-0 in sets, but he should have gotten smacked by more than that. Michelson's one of the best upcoming players. He was ranked number 1 in the country at 18, and then he's just come on tour and he's been killing it. But McCabe also has 30 aces in the past 2 matches, so Buddy's just firing the ball. And on the other hand, Jessica's been playing very iffy. A couple weeks ago, got smacked by Hijikata. And mind you, and lost that first set 6-0 versus Hijikata. And then McCabe just beat Hijikata 2-0 last game. Last match. So it's like, that doesn't mean everything, but we're rocking with McCabe. We love him. So 2-star James McCabe, -2.5 at a -130. Lock it in. There's your tennis locks. Now we'll roll right into NBA and basketball for the fellas. So Andy, kick him with a 3.
Yes, sir. NBA 3-star for tonight will be the Grizzlies, -4.5 at a -120. They're playing the Houston Rockets. I'll make this really quick. This is the 4th game of the series between the Rockets and Grizzlies. The Rockets have won the first 3. So I don't see the Grizzlies getting swept here. And you looking at this game is weird too. Grizzlies being favorites. You wouldn't think they're favorites beating the Grizzlies. Like the Rockets should be the favorites here, beating the Grizzlies 3 times, and then on a 4-game win streak, beating the Cavs back-to-back games and the Celtics and the Hawks. So it makes no sense why the Grizzlies are favored, but the books know why. So this is why we're taking it. The Grizzlies are just not, they're not going to get swept. So lock in that 4.5 at a -120, and Zach will hit you with a 2-star.
Yeah, so we'll swing into that. I forgot the script. That's why I'm not an actor. So now we're doing NBA here. So now we're right into it. But we're going with a very similar pick from last week. We're going Portland +6 at a -120. Last week we took Portland +10 against the same exact team, the Orlando Magic, and now we're taking them +6 at home tonight as they face off with the Magic again. So that's going to be a -120. But Portland is hot right now. They're riding a win streak of 5 out of 6. And they're one of the hottest teams in the league playing team basketball. They've scored about 114 to 115 points in this win streak. And in this case, like I said last week with Orlando, they're one of the tallest teams in the NBA's Portland, coming in at 6'7", and they cause a lot of disruption on defense. And last week, I thought that line, giving Portland, I went up a few points, but giving them a line that high was just way too high for a Magic team that is still trying to find their way back through getting all their guys back. And Portland went out there, held them to 80 points, beat them by 20+. And then here you go, you give Portland home court, and you're still going to make them a 6-point dog. Doesn't make too much sense in that case for a Magic team who still doesn't know who's going to come out and who's going to play tonight. And in this case, too, you give a home dog some points. It's makes it tough. Makes it really, really tough when those dogs are barking. And in this case tonight, I'm thinking it's the same thing. Like I said last week, Portland doesn't have to win the game. They have to just cover 6 points. And 6 points is a lot right now for that Portland team. And they're riding a high. And I think in this one, too, it's just based on their record. I think they're going to see 18 and 29 and throw that out there. And they're going to say, okay, we'll make them a 6-point dog. So 2 stars, Portland +6, -120. We'll ride with that.
Lock it in. So there's NBA locks, and we'll go right into college basketball locks. So Andy, you got another 3, kid.
Yes, sir. College basketball 3-star is going to be Fairleigh Dickinson -4.5 at a -120. They're playing Lemoyne. FDU they're 8-13 so far this season. Struggled early on, but bounced back in conference play so far with a 4-2 record. Mainly what I'm looking at here is their record against the spread. They're a top 3 team in the league, or in all of college basketball, covering the spreads at 14-4 this year, which is 77.8%. That's literally 3rd best in college ball. That's wild for a team that's 8-3. Like, yeah, they're 8-13, but great teams cover here. Like, come on now. And looking at Lemoyne, they've struggled all year. In and out of conference. They're coming to this game 7-14 and 2-4 in conference, and both their wins in conference were not impressive. And Lemoyne got beat by 16 points against Chicago State, who is 2-20 right now. So not a good look for Lemoyne here. So we're going to be taking FDU -4.5 at a -120, 3-star. Lock that in. Zach, you lock him in now with a 2-star.
Yeah, so for our 2-star, we have Penn State money line at a -145 against Ohio State. Penn State's in a similar situation as Fairleigh Dickinson. They cover, and they cover a lot. They've played very good basketball. If there was a team that you got to feel bad for, it might be Penn State this year. They've lost to solid Michigan State team by 5, lost to Michigan by 4. They believe they just lost to Iowa by 1. They lost to Oregon by 1. You can keep going. This team's very competitive. They just can't seem to get it done. But the record really doesn't show how competitive they really have been in conference, because a lot of these games have been away games for them, and they've competed really well at home. I think Ohio State is kind of in a similar situation, but they come out pretty slow on the road. They struggled against the Minnesota team, and then out of nowhere they beat Purdue. So you're kind of sitting there, you're like, how does this happen? And I think, coming out and you just beat Purdue, it would only make sense to me that, okay, we beat a top 10 team. Well, we're going to lose on the road to Penn State tonight. So that's how it makes sense. I mean, Penn State's putting up 80, 84 points a game, which is insane so far, especially in Big Ten play. And they're only giving up about 71 to 72. And Ohio State's giving up 70 plus a game. I think this is just a game where Penn State's just going to use the home crowd and just take it and go. And that's how they're going to get the dub tonight. So minus 145, Penn State's our 2-star.
There you go. Lock it in, fellas. You boys got anything else?
All set.
All set. Beautiful. So that wraps up podcast number 27. Thank you for tuning in. There's all of our premium picks for today, Thursday, January 30th. NHL, tennis, NBA, college basketball, whatever you want, we got it for you. Locks of the day, we cover everything, all right? So that wraps up podcast number 27. Like I said, thank you once again for tuning in, and peace.